video. Today's video we're gonna work on the purple Golf again. I'm gonna switch out the wheels and put it on the lift. So we can restore the fully undercarriage of the car. So like brakes, brake lines, we're gonna paint the calipers, suspension, exhaust, and hopefully we're gonna take this car soon for a test drive. So guys, also busy with a new project. The engine on the stand, it's a 2.3 liters 5-cylinder engine. I'm gonna make this engine pretty again and swap it inside the Mk2 Golf. It's going to be in the Golf from Bart with the BBS body kit. Maybe you guys saw it in the previous videos. So I'm going to restore this engine and going to swap it within 2 or 3 weeks. Of course with clean engine bay, because that's what we stand for. So yeah, that's the plan for today. If you like old Volkswagens like me and project cars, give me a follow and enjoy the ride with me. And yeah man, let's get started. So I'm now ready, almost ready with the brake calipers, almost ready for paint. I want to sandblast them with glass pearl before paint, so I get all the little edges. So yeah man, let's take the calipers to the blast booth. Or how do you call it?
Let's go!
So now we are on the attic. I get a lot of questions about the Golf and why it's sitting on the attic for so long. I have this Golf for more than 9 years now. It's the car that started all this. It had a 1.8 16 valve KR engine. I drove it for 2 years and then I wanted to start a full rebuild of the car. And soon afterwards I bought the Corrado, so that's why it's sitting for so long. It has a full roll cage and I was busy with cleaning the engine bay. And yeah, that's the last thing that I did on this car. I hope to get back on it very soon. So yeah, that's a little story about the Golf on the attic. And this is a spare shell. It's a 2.9 VR6 Corrado, maybe for a future project, or if you guys have some options, or if you guys know something crazy to do with this car, let me know in the comments.
Alright.
Kijk, ik heb dus hier gewoon met de spijker ingeslagen.
Nice. The setup.
Yeah man. Okay, so I'm now gonna make the paint ready. I didn't use this brand before, but it's from foilatech.com. I don't know if I pronounce it right, but we're gonna apply the hardener to the paint and mix it together and let it sit for 5, max 10 minutes before applying it. So The color that I'm using, it's called Racing Rosso. I think it will nicely fit the red features on the purple Golf. Okay, let it rest for 5 or 10 minutes and then it's ready to use. So the brake calipers, they are finally painted. I'm very happy with the end result. Looks awesome. I'm only gonna rebuild the front brake calipers. I'm going to replace the piston seals, and then they are ready to be mounted on the car. Before I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna change out the rear axle. This is the old rear axle, and like you see here, the rubbers, the PU rubbers, they are completely cracked. And yeah, this axle is looking like shit. So I had another one laying around with new rubbers, new brakes, new bearings, so it's much easier to change the whole axle. And yeah man, so that's what we're gonna do now. Let's go! So guys, I took out the piston out of the caliper. I like to use compressed air to push it out through the brake line. And it's always very important to check if the surface of the piston doesn't have any big scratches on it. Otherwise you have to replace them. So afterwards, of course, you're gonna clean the inside of the caliper and take off the surface rust and the dirt. And then it's ready for the new seals to be fitted. And so that's what we're gonna do now, and then we're gonna fit them on the car. So let's go.
Let's go.
So almost all the parts are ready to be mounted on the front of the car, and I'm going to use brand new control arms. But before I want to mount these, I want to replace these original back rubbers. These rubbers, they were used on almost every Mark II, Mark III and Mark IV platform cars. You can recognize them on the edges. They have little gaps, and my experience is that these rubbers, they crack very often if the car is lowered. So I want to replace them for the rubbers from an Audi TT 8N. I put the part number in the description of this video, and these rubbers, they are completely massive, so it reduces the chance on cracked rubbers and it will save you guys some bucks on the long run. Of course, you also can buy the PD rubbers, but they are a lot more expensive, and these are much easier to get. They are in almost every part store in your local area, so that's what we're gonna change first, and step by step we are getting closer by taking the purple Golf for its first test drive. I'm very excited about that, so yeah man, let's get busy. So I'm now busy with making the brake lines, and I like to make them in a heart shape. Especially with a clean engine bay like this, it's very important to make the brake lines like it's a piece of art. So I like to do it in a heart shape. You can do whatever you like, of course. But the main thing is that they are all symmetrical with each other. So yeah, it takes some time, but it will pay off at the end. So yeah, man, what do you think about it?
Toppen.
And of course, if you guys have also experience with making nice brake lines and you have some suggestions for me, let me know in the comments. So now I'm a little in doubt. I'm considering two options for the location of the brake line. This is the brake line for the rear. I always use them crosswise, like front, rear,
Mm-hmm.
and that way, if you have a failure in your master cylinder, you always have one front brake and one rear brake. So, but now I'm considering to go straight to the back and then downwards, or continuing the heart shape, go to the back and then downwards. So now I'm visualizing how the line is going to be, but so, or going straight to the back and then downwards, or continuing the heart shape and then go downwards. So yeah, you will see soon enough.
A few moments later.
So I make my decision. I'm going for the heart shape, to continuing the heart shape. So my plan is for this brake line to use the heart shape, then go up a little, and from this point I'm going straight to the back, to the rear of the car.
So can you show me?
So this is the point where I'm going to make the curve, and from here straight to the rear, to the back, and then go down besides this line using these clips. These are original, the clips for the underside of the car. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to do.
Goeie tang deze niet. Bij de tang. Netjes. Bezig. Oh, bezig.
The next day.
So guys, I'm now on my way back to the shop because yesterday it has become very late when I go back home and my lighting in the shop isn't that great. So I'm now on my way back and I'm gonna show you guys what the end results looks like. So yeah, man. So guys, welcome back at the shop, and yeah, man, looking at the brake lines, I'm very happy with the choice I've made. They look very nice if you ask me. I'm also going to polish the brake lines, but I really didn't have enough time yesterday. If you polish the brake lines, it will get like a gold color. It's very nice. Talking about colors, the color of the brake calipers matches the features of the Golf very nicely. So I said it before in this video, I think, but very soon, guys, very soon, we're gonna take this car for its first test drive, and I'm hyped to blow some smoke with this thing. So yeah, man. Next week, tomorrow, I'm going to start the rebuild of the V5 engine for the Mk2 Golf from Bart. Also a nice project to be following, and the week after I'm going to put it inside this car with a clean engine bay and everything. So yeah, man, if you like watching my videos, following my projects, feel free to subscribe to my channel and help me out a little. And I want to thank you guys again for watching my video, and see you in the next one. Ciao!
Yeah.